Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Cryptic Poet here on Twitter posting this. Florida, guys, is the best prepared U.S. state for widespread cryptocurrency adoption. This coming from Cointelegraph here. And the research right down here in this table, just giving you guys some statistics of Bitcoin ATMs per 100,000 people, capital gains tax, crypto searches per 100 people, blockchain companies per 100 people, and the crypto ready score finalizing the tally. Number one ranked state, guys, Florida, followed by number 2, Texas, number 3, Illinois, Nevada, number 4, number 5, Massachusetts, number 6, Arizona, number 7, Georgia, number 8, Pennsylvania, number 9, California, and I believe this is supposed to be number 10 unless it is tied for a number 9 spot with Delaware here. And you guys can see some of these statistics, like let's just go over Florida real quick. Bitcoin ATMs, 3,187. And the number of Bitcoins per 100,000 people is 14.63. Capital gains tax, always like to see that number, a big fat 0. Crypto searches per 1,000 people, we're up to about 210.28 crypto searches, only followed by Texas at 169.89. Florida's got 536 blockchain companies. Blockchain companies per 100,000 people equals 2.46. And so their total crypto ready score 9.35. Texas again coming in second at 8.71. So guys, Florida looks like it is the place to be for cryptocurrency adoption. And I gotta say, I envy the people living in Florida. I spent some time there last winter. It was a great experience, great people. I mean, I love it there. Anyway, gonna keep moving along here. Alameda ex-CEO Caroline Ellison now has tapped SEC former top regulator as lawyer in the FTX investigation. So surprise, surprise, hiring Stephanie Avakian and law firm WilmerHale to represent her in the FTX investigation. Alameda Research ex-CEO Caroline Ellison has retained a former top cryptocurrency regulator for the SEC as the federal investigation into the downfall of FTX continues. Ellison hired Stephanie Avakian, chair of the Securities and Financial Services Department at law firm WilmerHale, and the SEC's former enforcement director. During her tenure at the SEC, this was from 2016 to 2022, so just recently left the SEC, Avakian led a team that worked on several high-profile cases against major companies and notable figures. They include Elizabeth Holmes for making fraudulent claims to investors to raise $700 million for Theranos, Elon Musk for tweeting misleading statements about a plan to take Tesla private, and Facebook for misleading investors about the risks of misusing their user data. Avakian was also instrumental in increasing cryptocurrency regulation while at the SEC, leading cases against companies like Robinhood and Ripple Labs. So she's got a lot of experience in the crypto space specifically, just left the SEC this year. So I guess we will see how that goes. Michael Branch posting this. So this is a little disconcerting, okay, with regards to FTX and SBF. I know the news has been winding down on this situation, but every now and then we're hearing new updates from the case. Yeah, there was a report that came out before the bankruptcy filing. FTX co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried was told by crypto executives to stop trying to depeg stablecoins. So what the heck does that mean? Why is he trying to depeg stablecoins to begin with? Binance CEO allegedly told Sam Bankman-Fried to stop causing more damage and to stop trying to depeg stablecoins. So this coming from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that just before the crypto exchange FTX filed for bankruptcy, there was a conversation between CZ and SBF on November the 10th in a Signal chat group called Exchange Coordination. The Signal group's chat logs were apparently seen by the Wall Street Journal and high-up crypto executives like Tether's CTO, Paolo Adorno. Also, Kraken co-founder Jesse Powell are purportedly members of the group. The Wall Street Journal reported details that Sam Bankman-Fried was accused of trying to destabilize stablecoins, guys, and more specifically, Tether. So that's interesting. A Tether official and the head of the world's largest crypto exchange grew alarmed that Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to destabilize the stablecoin, the Wall Street Journal reported. However, in a statement made by the Wall Street Journal, Sam Bankman-Fried denied the claims made in the report about the Signal chat conversation. So the Wall Street Journal detailed that Binance's CEO Changpeng Zhao confronted Sam Bankman-Fried about the alleged depegging attempts. Stop trying to depeg stablecoins, he said, and stop doing anything. Stop now. Don't cause more damage. Why depeg stablecoins and why target Tether specifically? I mean, it all kind of brings me back to this story that I originally reported on. I think it was a couple of days ago now. Coinbase is now waiving fees for converting Tether stablecoins to USDC. Just recently on their blog, they posted an article encouraging their customers to convert all their USDT balances to USDC. And as an incentive now they're saying that they are going to waive the fees to do so. So Coinbase Global Inc. waived fees for converting Tether to USDC as competition heats up amongst the three biggest issuers of such digital assets. So, I mean, it sounds as though, Coinbase has got skin in the game here. Otherwise, why the heck would they suggest this? Even go so far as to tell their customers, we are going to waive the fees. Coinbase sought to portray stablecoin USDC as a safer asset amid the turmoil unleashed by the collapse of FTX a month ago. USDC, which Coinbase co-founder together with Circle Internet Financial PLC in 2018, has seen its circulation drop by almost $10 billion since early September. Now more than ever, stability and trust are of utmost importance to customers, Coinbase said. However, the events of the past few weeks have put some stablecoins to the test, and we've seen a flight to safety. So they are noticing, obviously, some changes in the stablecoin market. Obviously, there's probably other things that are going on behind closed doors, namely with Tether. Over the last week or so, we have been hearing murmurings here now and then, and I've been sprinkling some of my videos with some Tether incidents that have grabbed my attention. Coinbase has already waived fees for converting fiat currencies to USDC, and in July merged its order books for US dollars and the stablecoin. Circle, which oversees USDC last month, attributed the drop in circulation to a September move by Binance to bolster its own stablecoin, BUSD. So there was also that news too when Binance came out and said, now all your stablecoin balances, they're just going to be redirected into Binance's own stablecoin, BUSD. And they said the reason they gave was because of higher liquidity. If we have a more highly liquid stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, well, that's better for markets, that's better for trading, that's better for everyone. And I mean, why have multiple USD stablecoins? I mean, there only really does need to be one. So Binance made that move since it is the most popular cryptocurrency exchange, or the biggest cryptocurrency exchange at least. It decided to make that move with its own stablecoin, and this is why Circle is saying we saw a drop in liquidity. So this is all very interesting. Now we're seeing Coinbase come out and saying, not only should you be doing this, we are going to give you incentive and we are going to waive fees on the USDT to USDC transfers. I also happened to see this, guys, from Crypto Eri at Sentosumo Saba on Twitter 2 days ago at Columbia Business School. Soufiane Zoubri, okay? He is the head of global equities, guys, at Bank of America, a Ripple customer, and he's addressed a question about cryptocurrency. Crypto Eri noticed that Senator Warren is the first regulator out of his mouth. In the US, most of the banks can't do much in crypto. Listen to what he had to say here.
So firstly, as a bank, when you're regulated by Senator Warren and all the other regulators and the Senate and the House and our Fed and OCC, they take it very seriously. When you have 70 million Americans' money and they don't want you to do stuff that could put that deposits at risk. So as a firm, we can't, apart from writing research, we can't really do much in crypto. And most of the banks cannot really do anything in crypto. Hence you have this whole parallel universe emerging where they're unregulated and 28 million Americans at the peak were trading crypto. Away from the banks, quite frankly. And we could see it. Our money was going from our private clients through channels to Coinbase. And that's all kind of stopped now because obviously of the correction in crypto. But look, I think that there is going to be room and kind of like it's all thrown in one sort of smorgasbord, but blockchain opportunities are going to be really exciting and really efficient, and there's going to be opportunities there. Tokenization is going to be a very big topic, and I think there's money to be made there. Two things. One, blockchain development, blockchain companies, people who can break transactions into pieces, very interested. On crypto trading and building that business as a business owner to get the flow from people not punting in it, but building that business so they can deal with retail crypto derivatives, crypto custody, crypto this, we're very interested as a business. Personally, holding some is a lot lower than a year ago. A lot lower, maybe 10% of a year ago, right? Whereas many of these folks had lots of it. And then little syndicates of people who were getting tokens and then it would be put on Coinbase and go up even more, that's kind of done too. It doesn't mean it won't come back. The first reincarnation is always one and then there'll be another one.
So at the end of the clip, he's talking a little bit about spec trading, obviously, and the fact that the popularity has died down. But did you notice what he said about the real-world utility? Keep in mind, again, guys, Bank of America, a Ripple client.
Tokenization is going to be a very big topic, and I think there's money to be made there. Two things. One, blockchain development, blockchain companies, people who can break transactions into pieces, very interested.
So first he's talking about tokenization. That's a very interesting topic that he doesn't really expand on. But I mean, considering we know about their partnership with Ripple, I think we kind of get where he's going with this. Also blockchain development, another connection to, real world utility. The fact that these big players are just anxious, ready on the sidelines, waiting to get into the market. And, even to the point that Brad Garlinghouse made a few weeks ago, Bank of America is one of their biggest customers that is just clamoring to get into the space. They're going to move fast on cryptocurrency adoption once XRP gets the clarity. So an interesting clip here from Crypto Eddie. Wanted to thank her for posting that. I also saw this guy's from Nathan Price. Let's also not forget, and this is news to me, OECD and Ripple back in 2015, okay? They liked XRP better than Bitcoin even back then. So here's a market report from back in December of 2015 where they talk about the Bitcoin protocol and also the Ripple protocol here. Over here, they mention the biggest problem for the Bitcoin approach is the need to recalculate the full blockchain history to verify the validity of all current transactions. So even back then, they were talking about how clunky the old technology was in comparison to the new technology. This scalability problem is something Bitcoin will have to solve, but it isn't yet clear how this can be done. Now, when they talk about Ripple and XRP, the Ripple protocol is interesting in this respect and solves the scalability problem of Bitcoin. I guess first, I should give you guys a bit of insight on the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, okay? They're an intergovernmental organization with 38 member countries founded in 1961 to stimulate economic progress and world trade. And on their website directly, they talk a little bit about how the organization works to build better policies for better lives. Our goal is to shape policies that foster prosperity, equality, opportunity, and well-being for all. We draw on 60 years of experience and insight to better prepare for the world of tomorrow. Together with government policymakers and citizens, we work on establishing evidence-based international standards and finding solutions to a range of social, economic, and environmental changes, from improving economic performance and creating jobs to fostering strong education and fighting international tax evasion. We provide a unique forum and knowledge hub for data and analysis, exchanges and experience, best practice sharing, and advice on public policies and international standard setting. Also, let's keep in mind that these guys are indeed a partner of the World Economic Forum. And even back in 2015, they were mentioning how Ripple is a better mousetrap. So to continue with this, the Ripple protocol is interesting in this respect. It solves for the scalability problem. It is a trustless transfer technology based on the network of servers that enables trading in different currencies. Well, it does have its own cryptocurrency, XRP. This is mainly for system protection reasons. XRP is not required to be the store of wealth, unit of account, and medium of exchange. So, talking about the XRP cryptocurrency, not necessarily needed, i.e. like in the X current product at that time. Again, let's not forget this is 2015. So cryptocurrency was still very new to a lot of people in the space, and people weren't ready to accept it the same way we're accepting it today. So they go on to say, unit of account and medium of exchange, and at least one global bank has begun to use the technology in the payment system to cheapen costs and reduce exchange risks. The equivalent of the blockchain is the public ledger, shared by a unique node list of member servers. The ledger is a record of all Ripple accounts. The last closed ledger is the last validated set of Ripple accounts. A set of new transactions arrives as proposals to change the ledger and forms a candidate set, which is distributed to all external servers. Those not on the UNL list are discarded, and a set of iterations begin to match the transactions in the current candidate set. Once voting of server nodes reaches a consensus of 80%, after reformulation, the candidate set of discarding invalid transactions at each stage, validation is declared, a new last closed ledger forms, and the process starts again. So just kind of giving us an overview of how the XRP ledger works in comparison to the Bitcoin blockchain. And it's interesting how these guys know exactly what XRP was about. Even way back then in 2015, there's a small transaction fee in XRP. All members must hold at least 20 XRP. At that time, the amount was 20, so that the cost in XRP can respond to any flooding scams and essentially block it. This approach doesn't require a huge private centralized server used by credit card companies, and ultimately this type of technology should act to undermine their expensive systems in the long run if they do not adapt to use it themselves. One German online bank has already adopted the Ripple protocol, allowing it to do trustless transfers with partners, greatly reducing payment costs. The speed of transactions greatly reduces currency risk during the payment process. So boom, guys, even the OECD back in 2015 obviously has acknowledged the Ripple protocol and XRP as a better solution. And so did they know the world was going to run on Ripple? Well, Considering their ties with the World Economic Forum, I'm sure they were aware. Whether or not the Ripple protocol is the ultimate winner remains to be seen. Of course, they're not going to let us in on everything, but policymakers should welcome the exploration of the use of new technology to improve efficiency and provide competition to high-cost incumbent intermediaries in the financial system. Also note down here in the above description of Ripple, for example, the nodes are clearly money transmitters, and so full registration should be required for all nodes. Such a system can have members that use their own unit of account and store of wealth, such as gold, for example. It is not difficult to imagine an entire network using this technology for trustless transfers amongst all sorts of assets based on an exchange rate with gold or some other commodity priced in real time, or a fiat currency like the dollar. Banks, payment system companies, fund managers, insurance companies, etc., transacting directly between members without requiring trusted third-party intermediaries. It's almost as if the OECD knew exactly what Ripple's role was back in 2015, guys, back when I think most of us were not even in the XRP community, when most of us did not have the information we have now. So how much did they really know about Ripple before all of us found out over the last several years? All things that make you go, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.